It's April 14th, 2023. The fence I ordered from Home Depot has been installed almost in its entirety. It is about 7:30 in the morning, so there are shadows. Fence went in fairly nicely with a caveat of a bent post here and there from 15 years ago when I put it in. The bottom is should be 3.5, 4 inches off the ground. It's about 5 inches off the ground due to the fact that you have to level the bottom fence stringers and build from there. And since these panels are exactly 96 inches from this post to this post, my posts are about, the original posts are about 100 inches. So I'm losing 2 inches on each side here and here and up here and here. So I bought some hurricane clips from Home Depot and put them in place, and they look kind of not, they look out of place because they're silver, but I bought some white paint, and once it gets warm I will take them off one by one and paint them. Now on the very last part here, instead of walking all the way around the block to talk to my neighbor to work on the other side of the fence, she has let me take out one panel where I walk through, and I will do a lot of any other work on the other side of the fence without having to walk all the way around the block to get to her property. Very nice lady. But this is what this side looks like. I believe this has seven 8-foot panels. Now we come over here to the other side. Remember, I'm not a fence builder, but this isn't an orthodox way of putting the fence in, since the concrete and the posts were already in place, and I had to build around their specifications. So I massaged and I applied English, just like in a pool shot, to try and make all this work. This side has 6 panels, and it's a little bit higher on the bottom than I'd like, but then again, like I told the neighbor, that the top is a little bit higher. And on the very back here, I had to do a little bit of work, which did work. It worked out pretty good. I had put a post in, as you can see the edge of it, and it had a 2x4 attached to that. So what I had to do was take the end plastic post and cut one side off of it and put it into place where I wanted it, and then I used screws to put it in place. Worked out very nice. It's not bad for doing a 15-year-old replacement fence, especially since I'm not a fence builder. The advantage of my fence building is that if the fence is damaged here, then none of these plastic posts are in concrete. They're just over the old pressure treated 4x4s from the previous fence. And as I understand, these vinyl fences, you can get them in many styles, but the vinyl fences last about 30 years, and all you basically have to do is wipe them off and not destroy them. But well, I had to do all this in my head before I bought the fence, because my neighbor has a fence here, and I had to tie the new fence into his and figure out if it would work. And this is the other side here. I hope he doesn't mind me doing this for the record. And it worked out very nice. Very, very nicely. So all you need to do is you buy the fence panels. I don't know, what are they, 165 bucks? That will probably go up. And then what you need to buy is your posts in the middle here. And these posts come in a number, well, I don't know, 3 different, they come with divots on both sides for a fence here and a fence here. They also come with a divot on one side for as an end post. They also come with a divot on this side, and they have a divot up here and down here if you want to corner the post. And they're about, I don't know, 65 bucks. Then what you have to do is you have to go buy your caps too. And you order how many caps you want. And I was lucky. I didn't know if it would work. I didn't know if the fence would go in, if there would be some catastrophic problem where the way things work out for me is that I'll have one problem, I'll fix in my head. I'll have 2 problems, I'll fix in my head. But those 1 and 2 problems cause a 3rd unknown problem that's unsurmountable. And these are the parts that are supposed to go in the ground, which I didn't need to put them in the ground. But this is the part, this is the bottoms that are supposed to be buried. And I'm going to put something underneath the fence, maybe some bricks or something, or decorative something or other. You really don't have to, but it's really worked out nice. I put it all in myself. I'm not a fence builder. It's only the 2nd one I've ever done, with a hope and a prayer and a DeWalt saw and a vinyl blade. There's one thing, sometimes the fences, these are 96-inch panels between here and here. Sometimes these panels, which are about, I don't know, they're 1.5 feet from here over to here when you put them in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and then there's a partial right here. You may need an extra partial of 4 inches like I did, or you may need to take, if your fence is shorter than 96 inches, or was it 92 inches? 96. Then you may need to rip one of these panels to make it fit. So all you need is a DeWalt saw and a $15, what do they call it? A linoleum plastic fine-tooth blade. Don't use a 2x4 blade on these. You can use a 2x4 blade if you're cutting the large posts to fit on the bottom, like right here. But if you try it on these panels, it will chip them really, really badly. You don't want to do that. So that's worked out pretty good. Now it's on to my garden. Since I am a farmer. Alright. We continue. And that's the way you unorthodoxly put in a Home Depot fence and make it work. I'm very happy with it. Thank you.